This is a PBET illustration video. As a trainee accountant. Beginning our illustration, we will log into the assessment tool using the credentials of a trainee accountant. Once logged in on the assessment tool as a trainee accountant, the following will appear. As a confirmation, our name as a trainee accountant titled Joseph Smith. And further on, we can see we are currently logged in. As mentioned earlier, we will be illustrating how to complete the first assessment form of April 2016. Will have to be performed. You simply click on the Not Yet Started link, which will lodge an online assessment form. And as you will see, the status of the document will be not yet started, but the minute that you click complete, you will then be able to capture information on the assessment form. And as a confirmation, we are currently logged in as Joseph Smith, and we will then be able to select a preloaded reviewer of this. For purposes, we will select this particular reviewer, which would have been a person already loaded on the assessment tool. The review period start date represents the 1st of March, and which ends on the 30th of April 2016. Once that information has been captured in terms of cover page 1, you click done to save the information. You have an option of selecting all. We're able to demonstrate professional conduct or professional competencies for each of them. Otherwise, you will select the applicable competencies that you were able to demonstrate during the review period. For our illustrative purposes, we will select the first one, professional conduct, as we were able to demonstrate or illustrate some of the tasks during this review period. Simply by clicking on that link, it will launch the actual competencies with various tasks that we are required to complete. But for this period, we've been only be able to complete this particular task, PC C4. And we evidenced this on the 5th of March. And you'll be able to select the date. In fact, it was the 4th of March. You'll be able to select the date of evidence in which we were able to perform that particular task, and the assignment in which we were able to illustrate, to demonstrate that particular task was the year-end audit. Of ABC Pty Ltd. The evidence that we are able to produce for that particular task may be anything along these lines. In evidencing our independence from the client, it could be the following. As a trainee, I signed an independent declaration form during the planning phase of the audit as evidence of my independence from ABC Pty Ltd. And that's all I will have to complete with regards to professional conduct tasks. As you may see, it's simply going to be based on the information that I would have captured as evidence, and obviously the description of the assignment in which I was able to perform those tasks and the date of the evidence that I in fact did the task. And that'll be the end of me completing professional conduct task. And once I'm happy with the information captured, I simply click done. Or you could click next. That will take you to the next set of competencies that you wish to complete. But in this case, I'll just click done, and I'll again click on the second competencies in which I wish to rate myself on for the period under review, and it'll be the ability, demonstrate an ability to manage or lead the team. In this case, I did not lead the team, but I was able to perform the following task. So this was in fact evident on the following date. It was still in the month of March, but now it was the 8th of March. And the assignment description, it still relates to the very same audit, which was the year-end audit. So it will be year-end audit of ABC, Pty Ltd. Okay. The evidence that I was able to produce for this particular task made down the following. I was able to submit my audit working papers for review or for management review on the scheduled time budgets date. Simply that as an evidence of me being able to respect the deadline of the work that I was assigned in that particular audit. And then further on, I'll notice a slight difference in a sense that from professional conduct, we were not required to provide a rating. In this particular competency, we are required to provide a specific rating based on the task that we would have carried out. So this is simply by it's done by simply following a decision tree. Now, how I launch a decision tree in order to assist me to allocate a rating for myself, I click on that decision tree part reference tab, and then what it does, it brings up a dialog box, which then further on guides me in arriving to an appropriate rating. Obviously, you'll see this is specifically for professionals required to obviously respond to the question. And this first question, did I require guidance as I performed this task? In this particular case, no, I did not provide it. And then was I able to satisfactorily demonstrate the skill which I needed at that particular time? I needed to be able to provide this information on time or produce my working papers. I had needed no information or not help, and that I was able to do it, and it had little review notes. So in this case, this would be an appropriate rating for me. I feel I'm able to perform this task at that particular level, so it allocates automatically a rating of a 4. Once you are happy with this particular task, notice that you don't have to complete the rest of the other tasks within this competencies, only those that you were able to demonstrate. You simply then click done once you are happy with the information, and what then it does, you will see that the colors have now changed from that little reddish color to now green, to indicate that the task or whatever that you would have rated under that competence has been captured, and we're happy to sign off this document to this preloaded reviewer. And this is done by simply clicking on the sign off tab, and then it will further confirm that if you sign off, this will in fact lock the PSR document, and then it'll pass it on to the reviewer for further review. And this is exactly what we wish to perform. So we'll click on the yes tab, and then that marks the end of the process of completing a professional skills review assessment form on the 2016 SAGA competencies. Thank you for watching this illustration video on how to complete a PSR assessment form, and I hope it's been informative.